Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Forever World. Today, I'm going to be building a massive library, but there's one small problem. When I was filming this, the footage for half of the video got corrupted. So I'm going to voice over and time-lapse this first part using cinematics and bad quality stream footage. I started by cleansing more of this birch atrocity, filling in some uneven ground and outlining the build. Then I proceeded to choose the building material for this build, and of course my dumbass chose... This meant that I had to go to the mangrove biome mud reserves and deplete them, similar to how my sanity gets depleted every time my footage gets corrupted. Okay, deep breaths, deep breaths. Anyway, on my way back to my base, as I was yapping about something unimportant, this happened. Consoles you about, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. There's no way I just did this. I killed Gustavo. I've killed Gustavo. After Gustavo's very tragically accidental death, I immediately found a horse that looked just like him to help me deal with the pain. Then I went to grab some dark oak for the floors, some deep slate for the roof, and finally it was time to start building this monstrosity, which leads us to about where the corrupted footage ends. Not too much is done. Luckily for you guys, there's a bunch of building to watch. By the way, this whole build is inspired by this library in Manchester called John Ryland's Library. I think it looked pretty interesting, but also not too crazy, so yeah. I still have a bunch of mud bricks from last time, so we're just going to keep building until we have to go replenish the reserves. Now this build is going to be 2 stories high in terms of actual floors, and then there's going to be some extra stuff like with the towers outside. So let's start filling in the rest of the wall. I think in general, whenever I do something, I like to optimize my workflow. This is like the first time I'm ever building like this, where I have both full fisting both blocks with my both hands. That's probably not the right choice of words for it. Oh, that's very zoomed in. Okay, this is where the asymmetry might start. Oh no, wait, we don't have asymmetry. There's no asymmetry in the inspiration, so we're not doing it asymmetrical. For once in my life, things are slightly easier than I once thought. The only issue I have is the 2 big owl windows gonna go here and looking directly at a mountain. Oh! You know, Creeper Boy, I hope you have a miserable Christmas. That's what I hope. Okay, so the way this is currently gonna work is that there's supposed to be a towered thing going up on this side and another one going up on that side. For the time being, our goal is the first floor. We're almost pretty much done with that first floor, to be fair. Okay, now I'm going to start actually placing the second floor, like the wood, so that I know where the edges of the first floor are. The way this is going to work is going to be like a balcony type of thing. So this whole area is going to be like an open floor plan. There's going to be a balcony that runs all the way around, like a catwalk. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Niko, I've been hanging out with the same group of friends for the past 2 school years, and I'm scared that one day they'll just get bored of the group and leave me completely. You can't really go living your life being scared of something happening at some point that you have no control over, okay? To be fair, people don't get bored of people they just hang out with. Unless you're like not aligned in the way you guys think, or you're not interested in what each other have to say, then you know that doesn't really happen. The friends that I have that I've made, like I've chosen, right? I made some friends in middle school that I, to this day, have never stopped talking. I made some friends that I stopped talking to. If anything, it's kind of a blessing that sometimes you get bored of people if they get bored of you, because that just means that the friendship wasn't meant to last. So you just meet new people. It's not a bad thing necessarily, even if it does happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen. You know, if you have a good friend group, you know, just work on those relationships and try your best to maintain them. That's all you can really do. This is basically what I'm going for with this library thing. I'm thinking a big wall of books in the back here, maybe some enchanting tables or something around it. Or maybe I do enchanting tables around these windows. That might actually look cool. Niko, I have to apply for uni in a few months, but I don't know what to study yet. I'm scared that I'll choose something I won't be happy with. Well, that's kind of the point of university. You're meant to choose something that you think you'll like, and then if you don't like it after you start, then you switch. Of course, that's not the case with every system of university. Some universities suck, right? Some just don't have that option. You are stuck with what you're studying. For example, in Greece, where I'm from, we don't have that option. We have to know by our 2nd year of high school what we want to study for the rest of our lives. Otherwise, you're cooked, and you have to restart your entire application process from the beginning. That being said, you're calling it uni? I'm going to assume you're from the UK or one of the English-speaking countries, which most of them do seem to have a system that allows you to switch. If you don't know what you want when you're in college, my best advice for you is pick something that you think will like that will make money, and if you hate it, go to something that you truly think you'll like. The main thing people are doing these days are picking majors that are not making them money, and then they end up hating that major too, so it's like a double whammy. You're not making money and you don't like what you're doing. So if you don't know what you want to do, pick one of the high skill, high earning majors and avoid things like, I don't know, gender studies. I need to figure out how I'm putting this part together, because realistically this should go to a roof access, right? So if I'm doing that, that means there needs to be a wall like here that like kind of just opens up. And then this like, that closes this off to an extent, right? Hold on, we might be cooking here. There might be some level of cooking happening. Just like, I'm gonna need so much more mud. Like it's actually diabolical. So we're gonna do that on the other side as well. Okay, I'm starting to run dangerously low on mud bricks, so I'm gonna move over to the back of the build now. What I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stay true to the inspiration and sort of just make a big fat fucking window here, because no matter how you do this, bro, it's gonna take so much longer to get books than it is to get mud. Okay, so let's just outline this with some dirt. Now we have the outline of almost 2 floors done. I don't hate this so far. I mean, okay. As I was saying, we have the outline of the first 2 floors complete for the most part. We're really running low on, oh god, we're pretty much out of mud bricks. Like we have one last layer of it. So what I'm gonna need to do pretty soon, I'm gonna have to decide how many stories is actually gonna be, because I wanted it to be taller than 2 stories, but to begin with, I did mention that I'm probably going to have to not fully finish this. Or what I can do is just make it a bit shorter, because this is originally a 3-story building, but let's be completely honest here. I don't think I really need to make this a 3-story thing other than this like last tower thing here. So maybe this is like where I start the roof process. Now, unfortunately, before I can fully start the roof process, I really need to get more mud. So let us go to Mud Mountain. Oh, but before I go on the mud trip, I do need to set up this whole farm for wheat, because we're gonna need a bunch of wheat for this. The only thing I might keep is the carrots, because carrots are actually the most useful crop. Beetroot, on the other hand, we can completely... And let's get rid of the potatoes, too. Let's get rid of them taters. Got enough damn tater tots in this household, and we don't need no more taters. Alright, cool. Let's go get more mud. What do you think about do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life if someone wants to become something that doesn't make them a living but makes them happy? Here's the thing. The whole doing what you love thing only works if you're surviving. Okay? Yes. The reality of doing what you love is it is great when you are able to maintain what you're doing and sustain yourself and not die of starvation. However, some people don't have that luxury. For example, right? I am a YouTuber. I am doing what I love. However, there's some issues that come with being a YouTuber, meaning sometimes you don't have the best luck in videos, right? You might have a season of absolute flopping and not doing well. So, should you do what you love? In theory, yes. Can everyone do what they love? I don't know if that's necessarily true, because there's a lot of sacrifice that have to be made. And some people are not willing to make the sacrifices to get to the point where they can consistently do what they love. And that's basically it. All right, here we are. The great mud harvest is upon us. Just so satisfying. I think we might be chilling for now. I'm not gonna have enough wheat to do this anyway, so. Oh! All right. Not of a repeat of last time. I mean, it's not killed this horse for the first time. Never killed a horse in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, now we have plenty more of the mud. The bigger problem is we have to see if our crops are done. Okay, now that we're restocked, let's start making the front towers. I think the way I want to do this is half fences, because if I do fences in a row, they kind of just don't work well. So what if it's like every other one is a fence? So boom, boom, boom. Yeah. I think it looks a little too plain if I only use mud bricks. So let's see what we can do with the deep slate. Deep slate tile stairs. I mean, I guess we're going deep slate tiles for this. So boom, 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 boom. Just do that. Okay, this does make things more interesting. We probably do need a secondary thing up there to make it more like interesting looking. What is the deal with deep slate and fences? There's bricks that I can turn into fences, right? There's deep slate brick wall and then deep slate tile wall. Deep slate tile blends with the actual tiles a little bit. I think I want to go with the brick. Okay, yeah, I like that much better. We have that going. That's like the design. We're not going to do all the designing yet. I just wanted to check it out because now we need to keep going like this, right? So this is actually meant to be all of one balcony. So I have to fill this whole thing in with mud. Now, let's check out what this sort of looks like. The only problem with this is you can't jump off this building easily. Well, I guess maybe that's not a problem. I don't love it yet. I don't hate it either. Too much scaffolding and crap in the way for me to really form an opinion on it. Our bigger issue is we're once again in need of financial support. And what I mean is we need more of that wheat. And I also need coal. So what if I go on a mining expedition while the wheat grows? All right, now we need a suitable cave because the one under my house is pretty much milked dry from everything. I mean, there's that big ravine right there that I could go check out. Okay, wait, there seems to be a suitable cave. Wait. Okay, bro. Did I ask you and your sisters to fucking come near me? You ugly motherfuckers. Nico, at what age should you think about getting into a relationship, and at what age should you stay away from one? There is no right or wrong age. Every stage of your life has potential for a good relationship, or like a relationship that's useful to your overall growth, right? For example, right? High school relationships, in my opinion, are stupid, other than the fact that they're a good training ground for relationships later in life, because you learn what a relationship sort of is, kind of. Then you like get into an actual real relationship after high school. And then, you know, it's past the fun part of the 2 weeks of having an infatuation with someone. Any point in your adulthood is good. You shouldn't really think about it as like, should you get in a relationship? You should kind of just think, oh, I like this person. I think I kind of want to pursue this person. Let's do it. Someone catches your eye or you catch theirs and they ask you out, right? My current relationship, that's kind of what happened. It wasn't like both of us were planning for something to happen. Like we weren't planning to meet each other and start dating because we were both in like very busy parts of our lives. That said, we really liked each other and we couldn't let that opportunity pass us by. All right. I'm not going to say I have enough coal per se, but I have a decent amount. Let's see what the crops are talking about. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. You know what? I need to go repair my netherite armor. And I was thinking maybe I just let the wheat grow while I'm in the nether mining for it. So what if we made a ender pearl stasis chamber? That way the chunk stays loaded and I can do my job while all these grow. So what we're going to do, we're going to build it right smack in the middle of the actual farm. So actually right in here. Get rid of this for now. So mine 9 blocks down. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On the 10th, we need to put a piece of soul sand. Now the question is, do I have kelp anywhere? Okay, we actually do have some kelp. Hold on a minute. And then, boom. All right, so now we have an ender pearl stasis chamber that we're gonna use to basically force these to be continuously growing while I go mining for netherite and stuff. Now to get netherite, we're gonna use the bed mining method, which basically means just right-click beds in the nether. All right, we have a bunch of birchwood. Where is it? Stack of birchwood. Plenty of beds to blow up the nether with. Who would have thought that Satan's worst nightmare is a good night's sleep? Now, does anyone remember where my goddamn mining spot was? Oh wait, it might be right here. Oh my god, look at that. Me finding things by accident and not having to cheat in the video game? Are you kidding? This was a very good spot for mining. Like, I got a lot of ancient debris from this area, so I'm just gonna keep moving it. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. And there's one. Oh, there we go. Oh, big pot, big. Oh, 2, 3. Is it my birthday? Hello, Mr. President. How are we doing today? Oh my god, there's a vein of 3 right there. We got 4 on the same block. Ooh, right there. We are victorious once more, ladies and gentlemen. And we shall claim our rewards. Coolio. 2 more. That means we have 7, 8. We can make 2 armor pieces right now with this. Is that more? Oh, I got excited. Oh, what? If I get 1 more, we can make the full armor set. All right, we have 1 more bed. All right, I don't think we're gonna get lucky and get the extra one. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and just outright mine for it. Some spare ancient debris for the poor. Spare ancient debris, please. Oh, yep. We found it. Okay, this is the last. This is the end of it. We can leave now. Oh, you're so kind to me. You are so incredibly kind to me. Hey, Nico, how do I get girls to talk to me? I tried begging, but that doesn't seem to be the meta. Honestly, bro, it just sounds like you're not begging hard enough. Like, get on your knees, bow down to these girls. Be the top beggar in their DMs. But no, in all seriousness, man, talking to girls is not that difficult, okay? You just need to get into the mindset that girls are people too, right? They're human, with lives, wants, needs, and flaws, okay? When you get to that mindset, just be respectful, go up to a girl and say, hey, what's your name? My name is so-and-so. And then compliment her on something that she genuinely put thought into doing today. Perhaps her outfit. Maybe she's wearing a nice dress. Compliment the dress. Perhaps say it matches her eyes or something. Ask her where she got it from. Maybe she'll tell you where she got it from, and then you say, maybe we should go there together because I really like your style and I need to upgrade mine. Within 3 statements, you might get a date. And she might say no, she might say yes, but it doesn't really matter. You're getting practice. So all in all, be genuinely interested and don't be afraid to be bold. Now, we have 14 ancient debris, meaning we can make 2 more armor pieces, which means we get the full set, actually. And I have 32 levels. Oh, this is huge. Awesome sauce. Now, we need these things. Boom, 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 and boom. No! Oh, hold on. Wrong smithing template. Boom, boom, boom. That's 1. And then we go here. All right, we got this going. And now we can go enchant that. Boom. Unbreaking 3. Do we risk it? All right, let's see what it does. I'm going to be... Fire protection? Oh, man. Next part is the boots. Go there and there. Boom. So the eye armor trim just doesn't look as good as I thought it did. Maybe it's because of the color I made it. I might just switch it back to green. But yeah, if we come down here, we do have the full set. I ain't loving it. At least our pants are never breaking. And we have prot 4 on 2 things. Okay, and tomorrow morning, we continue building. We have a few more stacks of mud bricks. We might actually be able to finish, at the very least, outlining this thing. So let's finish these towers then. trying to make an extra room up here. Don't ask me why, just I think it's gonna look cool. Okay, so now up here, I'm gonna do a similar design to what I did on the floor below this, or spot below this, with the deep slate brick walls. All right, I'm gonna go one more floor up, and then I think this is gonna be the peak. Fill this in. Ah, this is gonna kill me. It's not symmetrical. Are we joking? Where can I cut here? Okay, hear me out. I could cut this down. All right, I know exactly how this is gonna work. What we're gonna do is we're gonna extend this fence all the way here. It's not gonna fully make sense, but at the very least, it'll give us some more blocks back, and it'll make this symmetrical, and I won't want to lose my mother's flippin' mind. Let's go grab more deep slate. And effectively, this will go like this. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're doing something here. It's starting to look somewhat cool at the very least. Cool. Hey, no no squatting. No freelancing. Ugh. Now in the center here, there's supposed to be a big window, so we're gonna start with that now. It's got like this weird cage thing on the top. So, according to my calculations, which are not very good, the center is here. So 1, 2, 3. I think I need to come over here and design this part now so that I can start building the roof. And that is the roof. This whole, like, it doesn't go higher than that up there. It might actually be time for some deep slate roofing, chat. I think we're gonna make this out of deep slate tile, the roof. I really like deep slate tile roofs. I'll make a stack of deep slate tile stairs just to see. Okay, so our deep slate needs to be used in a certain way. So I need to get a bunch of deep slate tile stairs and normal deep slate tiles as well for the middle. We'll take this, we'll take these, we'll take... Oh, we already have deep slate tiles. Cool. Boom. Some extra roof there. Okay, so if I do up to there, then I follow the stairs all the way to the top. Yeah, let's do that. You know what I've noticed a lot about myself, guys, recently is that I'm a big analysis paralysis person. Like, I overthink everything in the sense of what strategy I should do for, say, YouTube, or what I should do for a lot of things in my everyday life. And I feel like I'm not doing as much because of it. As in, I'm analyzing a lot, but I'm accomplishing less because of it. So my yacht for today is do more. Be more active. Don't think about going outside. Go outside. Don't talk about starting the business. Start the business. Don't plan your war crimes. Commit your war crime. Wait. Okay, maybe not that one. My God, I hate working with stairs so much, bro. Okay, that's one side of the roof done. Wait, this does not look terrible anymore. Just the contrast between the mud poop brick and that. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for the design in the front, but I'm starting to actually see something come together. All right, so let's just fill in the other side. Hey Nico, my friend is struggling to reject a guy in her music class. What should she do? Start screaming, "He touched me! He touched me!" That'll get him to stop. But no, in all seriousness, just be honest with the guy. Just say, look, this is very flattering, but I'm not interested. Thank you and have a good day. Just like that. Be direct and kind and let him down easy. We got something going on. It looks kind of odd right now in the front. This is one of those trust the process builds again. Dude, what is... Okay, dude. All right, we need to put torches down. Hey, guys. Okay, let me dig out this atrocity of a window thing because I had to be able to see what the windows are gonna look like. Chad, what is bothering me so much about this? I hate this front face. Stone walls, perhaps? Okay, I'm gonna get some iron now. I wanna make some iron bars. There's this like weird cage looking design thing that the original has. I'm not sure if it's gonna look good, but we'll see. The way this is theoretically supposed to work is that thing here, and then it's like... This somehow doesn't look terrible to me. It's like it's there for a reason, but you don't know what the reason is. It's not even really a design choice per se. You know what? Matter of fact, since we have these two like spots here, let's add an extra window here. When in doubt, window it out. Now we can go on the other side and empty out that whole thing. Okay. For the most part, it seems like this is done for the exterior. I mean, all I need is windows, right? I do need to texture it. Actually, no, that's a lie. I do need to go around and texture it. In which case, let's continue with the outline of the building on the second floor. Because then if I do stair there, slab there, stair there, stair there. Oh, that's kind of how it has to happen, actually. I mean, it ain't much, but it's honest work. Now, I think it's time for the windows. I'm going to go with dark stained glass because that's kind of what the original seems to have. I need black dye for this now. And black dye comes from squids, right? Or wither roses. Yeah, okay. I think it might be easier to find ink sacs than find wither roses. All right, let's see if we have any black dye. Otherwise, I need to go harvest plenty of it. There must be... not a lot, but I have some. Let's go squid hunting.
Gonna steal your ink, eh, Squiddy? Ha ha.
Sorry, you didn't hear that. Damn, I have like infinite... What do I have aqua affinity? I have respiration 3 on that. Wow. My god, they swim so fast. What the f... That should be decent for now. I'm not sure how much I want to make just yet, so let's start with 64. I'm gonna need a lot more than 64. All right, and glass time. Niko, I just moved to Guatemala and I'm starting an international bilingual school in January. However, I don't speak fluent Spanish. Any advice for not seeming like the odd one out? I don't think you need to not seem like the odd one out because if you're going to an international school, think about it. You're probably not the only one that's not fluent in Spanish. You're probably not the only one that's sort of in this predicament, right? I wouldn't worry about that too much. I would just kind of embrace it. Make sure you do learn Spanish, right? Make sure you are actively speaking it and don't get complacent about it because I'm sure places like Guatemala are not really very English friendly in terms of how many people speak it. You're gonna have to do your due diligence and learn the language, which you would have to do in any country. And if you stay there long enough, you'll be fluent within 3 years. Because if you're hanging around people that speak Spanish all the time and you are being basically forced to learn the language by actually partaking in the language, then you'll be fine. So now the dilemma here is, oh wait, I have silk touch, so it's not that big of a dilemma. But do I paint this or full block it? I feel like it's a full, for the big one, I think it should be a full block. You know what's funny about tinted glass? Like, look how different it's gonna look with shit. Oh my God. Dude, I have forgotten how much shaders affect this game. Like, look at that, man. I don't know, I'm not really loving the full block, low-key. Actually, what if I do like a design, like a textured glass type of thing? Could do this, actually. This is, you know what? It's textured. I'm gonna keep it like this. And now for the back window. Oh, you know what, dude? What if I did like an Eye of Ender in the middle with like red stained glass? Yeah, wait, maybe we do that with this side. Or actually, better yet, purple stained glass. Purple dye is running blue dye. I kind of like the idea of a purple theme in this place, so let's run purple. Oh, we have purple dye, hello? There's two ways I could go about this. Either I do glass panes for the eye, or full glass for the eye and glass pane for the surrounding. Let's try both and see what happens first. How tall is this? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means the middle needs to be 2 or 3. No, we can get away with 3. So that would be the center, right? So that can work actually, but still I think I need it to be smaller. Like, that looks interesting, right? I think I like that. So the idea is basically what we do is take these, fill it all in. It's actually just enough glass. You know what? It's subtle. It's not like major contrast or anything. Excuse me? What the fuck was that? Oh, excuse me, gentlemen, but this is a restricted area, and you need to go die in a hole quickly. Oh, wait, look at the... Yo, look at the haze, though, when the sun hits it. Yo, that's heat. Look at that, bro. Damn, brother. And you can actually see it on the wall. The only thing I might want to do is replace these with panes instead. Try without shaders. Okay, so now we have this version. It's kind of similar. All right. We're getting somewhere. Matter of fact, let's replace these two. I'm 1 short. Really? 1. Now, we have 2 options here. We either fix the interior in the sense of I'm gonna put like the rest of the walls and stuff up, or I go start texturing the exterior because it is in desperate need of texturing. Like this is, yeah, we need to do something about all this. As far as texturing the exterior, oh! Or, you know, we can just fill creeper holes because that's my favorite activity. Also, this needs to like... Ooh, look how immediately different that made it look. Holy shit. Guys, what do we think would be good texture material for this type of block? Like granite probably looks good. Terracotta. I could actually just do normal terracotta, which is interesting. Dripstone. That's an interesting one. Dripstone might be perfect for that, actually. Now, the great question would be, where the f am I finding dripstone? All right, so right now, we're in the market for clay, granite, and dripstone. I don't know if there are any dripstone caves around here, though. Like that right there is probably dripstone. Yeah, that's granite right there. All right, we're gonna make a waypoint here. Oh, I don't even have to go to the granite one. Okay, now let's keep looking for that dripstone cave. Oh, well, we're here. Yeah, this is probably way better. Alright, that should be enough of these two. Niko, do you think Minecraft needs an end update? I don't know. I feel like Minecraft right now is just like whatever update they give it is kind of unnecessary. Either modders have made whatever they're making already, like shaders for Bedrock, yawn. Minecraft needs dyeable wood. I don't even think that's necessarily something I would care for either. Like, who cares? I feel like Minecraft has enough blocks for you to be creative with at this point. I feel like if anything, Mojang should focus on community building or maintaining the community, because games like Roblox are taking over, things like that for multiplayer reasons. So yeah, I think Minecraft just needs more active community engagement. Similar to the way like Counter-Strike, right? They have pro league majors for people to watch and stuff. So obviously you're not gonna really have that with Minecraft, but there has to be something that you can do that promotes people playing with each other and getting the word of mouth spreading again and stuff like that. That will on one hand promote the game and also make the community that loves the game be excited about it again. All right, let's try some stuff. Let's make some minor repair spots or something. That I actually like. Stuff like that. Let's see what the granite looks like in between it. Granite is a bit more aggressive. Could be as simple as just deep slate. Yeah, honestly, it might just be as simple as deep slate brick walls. And what if I do this? What if I start like... Let me copy that over here. Cool. Okay, and these I definitely wanted to do something different with. I remember that, like, from the start this was bothering me. All right, so that is much better than whatever was going on before. We're pretty much ready to move on. Also, someone in chat said that I should change the corners like this one and put mud brick fences on them. And I think it looks pretty good, so let's continue that. Oh, there's a new interesting problem though, because then that breaks the symmetry. So I either have to extend that here. That 100% looks stupid. Unless I just extend the wall a bit, which can happen. And then these things, now on the sides, we don't really need this. And once again, it's so funny because the back is gonna look so barren. Okay, so now it's a bunch more textured. I think for the most part, I've done all the detailing on the first floor. Now this is where the dripstone would come in and try to texture the wall. Just like a couple here, maybe one or two there. I mean, I could just replace that with packed mud at some point. Okay, so I see what has to happen. All right, we're replacing those spots with packed mud. All right, now I'm gonna do a similar thing here. Now, the one thing is, there's no actual way to get to this balcony. I don't think this was ever meant to be like a walkable balcony, to be fair. Oh, the roof is what I need to worry about, right? This is gonna look like shit, ready? Oh wait, it doesn't look terrible. It just needs a little bit of a replacement somewhere, I think. Maybe if I replace the mud bricks here with tiles. I mean, it's less textured, but I think it looks better. Maybe the iron bars just need to go away. That significantly helps it, to be honest with you. And we have the fucking abomination on the back, which is like... Oh, brother, building in that spot is gonna be terrible. Okay. I know I've combined like 10 different building styles here, but I do not give a f. Okay. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's got character. The exterior looks above average. Oh my god, you people hate me. You guys should lie to me, you know? You could lie to me and tell me it looks good. I'm gonna say it looks okay, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna say it looks okay, but you know what? That's the thing, man. I feel like a lot of Minecrafters and a lot of builders and a lot of people that make things these days always feel the need to make the craziest Minecraft build of their lives, which is not necessarily the case. Like, you don't have to be a goddamn architect to build in Minecraft. That's the fun of it. Like, you can build whatever you want. What the fuck is... Wait, what is... Why is that a skeleton? I'm sorry. I was in the middle of a motivational speech and I'm looking at an abomination that God had no part in creating. As I was saying, you don't gotta make the craziest build. Sometimes just gotta build something, man. And I think this is one of those times. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we got for our build today. This is like one of the biggest scale builds I've done. You know, I think it's got some charm. I think it's got some interesting look about it. Now, as far as the interior is concerned, that is going to be a work in progress because decorating this is going to be a challenge. I'm gonna need to probably kill half of the world's population of cows just for the amount of books. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe next video, we'll go to the Citadel and go harvest all the stuff from there, because those have a bunch of bookshelves in them and stuff. Yeah, maybe we could do that. If you'd like the world download with this unfinished library in it, maybe you want to make it your own, my Patreon is linked in the description below. Also follow me on Instagram, or you're getting coal for Christmas. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, good night and good luck, everybody.